hey guys, I'm back. I'm not dead or anything. I'm not using the microphone anymore. I'm using an actual camera now. And I got a new Star Wars The Force Awakens poster. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't really matter because like my whole body's covered in yeah. There you go. Better look at the poster, I guess. But anyway, what better way to come back to this style than to talk about a movie done by some guy named Quentin Tarantino or something? I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, so the Hateful Eight. So the Hateful Eight takes place roughly a decade or so after the Civil War, and it follows the story of legendary bounty hunter John Ruth, the Hangman, as he just captures probably one of his biggest bounties yet, a woman named Daisy Domergue, for about $10,000. Along the way to his destination, where the Hangman brings his bounty alive, he picks up a couple passengers along the way who seek help, which eventually a blizzard arrives, causing their stagecoach to go off course, and they have to take refuge in this cabin where they meet up with more unfamiliar faces. Now, as the group spends their evening at this cabin, they come to find out that there might not be somebody there who is to be trusted, as each one questions these newly founded faces and eventually each other. Now, Quentin Tarantino, we all know who this guy is. He's basically the guy that gets bashed on for basically every movie he makes because it's always bloody or it's violent or some stupid shit like that. Now, me personally, despite all the dumb shit he gets accused of, I love Quentin Tarantino. Throughout the years, he continually proves to us that he's one of the best writers/directors working today. Now, we were able to see his incredible dialogue through movies such as Pulp Fiction and Inglourious Basterds, and even the fun, bloody action side to him such as the Kill Bill movies and Django Unchained. And it looked like his new Western was gonna be something that would go back to his original roots, like in Reservoir Dogs, which is another Tarantino masterpiece. And what I wanted was exactly what I got, you guys, because honestly, this is another Quentin Tarantino masterpiece. I absolutely loved The Hateful Eight. I can't believe how much fun I had with this movie. Tarantino absolutely knocked it out of the park with The Hateful Eight. There was so much substance and feeling to it that was basically oozing from the screen. The best way to describe this movie is that it's extremely tension-filled from beginning to end, and that's all thanks to the incredible screenplay that Quentin Tarantino has come up with. I mean, just like any of his movies, whenever you hear the characters talking, you just feel that trouble miraculously getting bigger and bigger. It's like you're waiting for them to just explode. But the way that The Hateful Eight does it makes it in a way feel claustrophobic, because the majority of the movie takes place in this cabin. These characters have nowhere to run to. All these individuals have is their wit and their ability to scout on which character looks the most suspicious, but even when they do that, you are questioning some of the main characters at times. The screenplay is so brilliant to actually make you believe that in certain points of the movie, that these characters should not be trusted. You don't know if these people are scumbags or not. It's both a mystery for the characters and a mystery for the audience, and that type of storytelling is the best way to build up on that tension, and The Hateful Eight does it beautifully. I also have to bring up the original score done by the famous composer Ennio Morricone, in which he hasn't done a Western in 40 years. That halt has come to an end with The Hateful Eight. You know he saw something special in that script that made him want to come out of retirement from doing an original score for a Western. And I tell you guys, because just like the screenplay, if this doesn't get nominated for being the best in their category, which in this case, the best original score, I will be extremely upset. Yeah, I said that with a smile on my face. I'm stupid as shit. Morricone's score was beautiful in this movie. It built up tension in that rich, villainous tone that very few movies can accomplish. It actually helped tell its story, actually. I was in awe whenever the score would build up that dirty, gritty Western vibe, and seeing what was happening on screen, it was perfect. What was also perfect was the casting, because I could not think of a better ensemble that Tarantino could have picked. He always picks good people for his movies. Everybody in The Hateful Eight performed fantastically. Samuel L. Jackson, Michael Madsen, Kurt Russell, Tim Roth, Channing Tatum, and many more did an amazing job to bring this movie to life. But the one who stood out the most to me was the girl played by Jennifer Jason Leigh. I think that's how you say your name. That's how Tarantino pronounced it. Her performance showed how much of a range she has with her ability to act. Whenever she's quiet, she's kind of that humorous and cartoony Tarantino-ish character, which isn't a bad thing. But when she's in full force, given her actual lines, she absolutely blew me out of the water. And just like anything else I've mentioned, I will be upset if she doesn't get nominated for Best Actress at least. Now that was more believable because I kind of looked a little bit angry there, so I'm not happy with No, I messed up. She plays the guitar and sings a song for about a good minute or two, and it was all done in one take. I mean, come on, Academy, don't be afraid to nominate her. Now, I'm gonna have to warn a couple people going in, because considering this is a 3-hour plus Tarantino movie, it's gonna take a lot of time as usual for it to build up. So if you're looking for that signature Tarantino violence right off the bat, you're not gonna find it here on The Hateful Eight, but just wait till the second act, because Holy shit. It might be one of his most bloodiest films to date for sure. It may not be as bad as Kill Bill, but definitely 100 times over than Django Unchained. Just give the movie your full attention, learning about these characters and where they come from in the first half. Just be patient with this movie. Right when it's about to wrap up, my hands were clenched into fists on how into it I was. It was one of the best closing acts I have seen all year next to Sicario. Probably better than Sicario's, but I have to think about that, because if you've seen Sicario, hot damn. Because in the end, I love The Hateful Eight. Tarantino fans will love it. Regular audiences who don't really follow Tarantino, they'll like it. The screenplay, the directing, the original score done by Ennio Morricone, all capturing that Western feel very beautifully. The acting was great all across the board. Jennifer Jason Leigh, you need to get nominated for Best Actress at least. And Quentin Tarantino reviving the Western genre once again, while at the same time going back to his roots, making it one of my favorites of the year and one of my favorites in his filmography, thus making The Hateful Eight absolutely legendary. Look out, Django. Looks like you got some competition. I'm serious, The Hateful Eight was so good, I think it might go in my top 3 of Tarantino films of all time. Dead serious. Anyway, guys, have you seen The Hateful Eight, and what is your favorite Tarantino film? Whatever it is, leave it down below. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and all that social media shit down below. Keep in contact with me. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But in the meantime, I'm gonna make my Kylo Ren exit.
I like the way you die, boy.